Hello my friends, welcome back to my den where we're going to share another shave. Today's shave is brought to us by a birthday, or present, or Christmas present, an Empire State of Mind from Pasteurs Tonsillarium there in New York City. Never been there. I've been to Mers in Chicago, but this is on my bucket list of places to go. It came with kind of a broken off piece on the top, and I tried to lather with it like using that as a giant snurdle and just put it in my dish here. And I tried. I never consider myself a lather technician, but it came out pretty big. We'll see how well I did as far as my skill part of this, but certainly the soap is wonderful. It's got a nice smell to it. Can't quite identify what it is, but we're gonna go with it. Today's razor is something that I haven't given a lot of love to for a while. Is a Colonial General aluminum razor. I remember these were kind of quite the deal several years ago. I picked one up, and then it's a little light for me, but I can't afford to buy a stainless one. So the aluminum one is just fine for me. I like the, if I recall, the geometry of the razor is really nice. It uses a Artist Club style blade, so I know that'll suit me fine. I like that real well. And as I recall, it has pretty good geometry. It looks nice. It's fair to look at, and sometimes that's almost as important as anything else. Is if you look at a razor and you feel confident about it, you can confidently get a good shave. I wrestled with this soap because it's a hard soap, so I had to chop it up into little pieces or work my arm to the bone to get it dissolved to make a good proto lather and then lather. And as you can see, it's a little bit thin. I have to think that right now it's on me, it's not on the soap, because it's kind of foamy. Tells me I got my water balance off a little bit. So I'll just pile on the foamy part and hope that puts a little soap on the skin, gives me some lubrication to let the razor pass on me good. The blade on this razor, where is it? I didn't even put it in there. Son of a guns. I'm reusing a blade from another razor. I just said, oh, is there a razor in there? And I grabbed it and off we go. The Colonial has it's kind of like a Tech, except the blade fits kind of to the front of in the front half, see, like that. So the post is here, which is where the Vector, which is my primary excellent razor that I like in this style, it goes right through the middle of the blade, but we'll put it in. Judging from the gap, and this is obviously a guarded blade. You can see the little bubbly bumps there. I'm thinking this is probably a Kai because the way it is. And here we go. Well, the blade's good and sharp. I'm getting not very good lubrication right now. And like I said, this is my first try with it, so it's on me. But it's kind of grabbing at the cap, making it chatter a little bit on my face. And that's kind of what you're going to have sometimes when you have a powder coated razor. It's not smooth like a stainless steel or machined surface. Gosh, I'm struggling with this scent though. I can't figure out what. As I just opened it up without worrying about anything else pairing with it. So I don't know what aftershave to use. I'm using a Sterling Badger, and it's huge. This thing, when you guys who use Badgers quite a bit, when you shake them out, how they kind of blossom while they're drying, this thing gets enormous. It goes, well, a good 3.5 inches across. I'll show you that in a minute. And I didn't use a pre-shave. A lot of times I'll use the Phoenix Shave Cube, but we were cleaning the bathroom for guests, and it got put away somewhere. I'm not going to mention who did it, but it's probably the spouse unit. And I couldn't find it. So I got so much lather to look at the bowl here. Let me show you how that is. This thing is plumb full. So got a lot of soap here. Might as well pile it on. What the heck? I'm going to do more than just the two passes that I usually do for you guys. So the second pass will be across the grain. Strength of scent on this is good. So I'm beginning to formulate a strategy on aftershaving. I think I'll use kind of a fairly nondescript scent and let the soap do all the heavy lifting on the fragrance. I don't have any place to go today. I'm retired, so I can stay home if I want. And I will. This is shave 2 of the week. I'm trying to change my production schedule of shave videos from 2 to maybe up into 3 days a week, because I enjoy making them. So I might as well have more fun while I'm creating content for you guys. So I'll do against the grain, west to east. What do you think? 3 passes, 4 passes? Let's do 4. What the hell? Still having lubricity problems with this. See how it's kind of fading out on me here? I'm going to do some practice with this soap. And instead of using a piece that like fell off the top, I'm going to lather it off the puck. And that way, you know, the soap is dissolved, and you're not trying to dissolve the soap with the brush. So you're going to get a more, let's see. Well, it's starting to slide on my skin a little bit now. That means the powder coating is getting loaded up. Now, when you do more passes than you're used to, you always run the risk of irritating your skin a little bit. So you have to really let the razor do the work. You try not to add pressure. You really don't need to do that when the blade's getting sharp. I'm going to try agitating this a little bit to maybe get a little bit more lubricity in here. I don't know. We'll try. Worst that can happen is it won't work and I'll be at the same as we were before. Yes, Diane. Because obviously I've had a technique problem. I'm not going to blame the soap yet. Going against the grain, the razor is performing just fine. I don't know why I put it aside. Probably just because I have so many razors. And it's easy to forget to use one if you got too many of them. And I have too many of them. Okay, we did 4 passes. That should be way plenty. I can tell you there's no whiskers left on me. For giggles, I'll use the alum here. There is no alum feedback at all. I take that back just a touch there on the point of my chin right there. That's probably about the point where I realized that maybe I was doing a little pressure. And you'll have that when you use lightweight razors. At least that's been my experience. Let me wring my towel out. Planning on maybe making a couple of not direct shave videos, like how to wring a towel out, stuff like that. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Let's pull out the Thayer's Lemon. 2 reasons why I use Thayer's Lemon. One, I like the way it smells. I like the way it works. But mostly, I use it because that's what I have. And I don't have a backup, so Thayer's Lemon is the flavor of until it's done. As if I got another bottle of that, it would crowd some of the wife unit's stuff out of the cabinet, and she would get angry. So what are we going to do shaving, aftershave wise? I'll pull out a good old favorite. Maybe a 2-in-1. You have to mix it up or it won't. That's the way it's intended. Put a little bit on there. I'm going to let the soap do the heavy lifting. I don't know how they're going to fight. I don't think well, so far there's no outward battles taking place on my face, so they must be getting along okay. And that is it. Thank you so much for coming. Today's shave was brought to you by Pasteurs Empire State of Mind. Wonderful fragrance. I'm still trying to figure out the soap itself. I have every reason to believe it's me. We were using the Colonial General aluminum. This is one of their older ones. I don't think you'll be able to get one of these from the store, but I'm sure you'll be able to find them on auction places. We used a sterling badger brush, and our aftershave today was just a Nivea 2-in-1, which is kind of a generic flavor. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Major Rich, and you'll find me on theshavingcadre.com or here on YouTube, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.